Hello, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time Hasbro did a whole live stream a couple days earlier than I thought they were gonna, but whatever, we got some reveals, so we're gonna talk about that. So first of all, we're gonna get through some of the stuff that we already know about, stuff that we already saw, because it's re-releases of other things. I mean, I'm gonna go by class. But they also revealed what the title for the Next Generations line is, as well as a Studio Series figure. They also acknowledged that in October, at the end of October, when they usually do the 10/27 stream, they're going to show off more about the Studio Series Devastator, so they didn't focus too much about that, or at least the startup for the Studio Series Devastator. But let's go ahead and start off with this. They are going to re-release the Origins Bumblebee as a mainline figure instead of an exclusive, because that was part of the buzzworthy Bumblebee line, and the main reason they said is because apparently it was hard to get, even though I don't think it was that difficult to get. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that, but you know, it's perfectly fine to have a mainline version and a re-release of it. And hopefully this one doesn't yellow, because there's reports of it not even yellowing, it just goes white or it goes brown. It's kind of weird, but yes, we are getting another Bumblebee. We're also getting Cosmos again, which is a big relief. This is one of the main characters I really wanted from the Velocitron line, but they short packed it and everyone went crazy. Everyone was scalping it, and unless you were in the UK, I guess. Apparently they had tons of them. I guess they all just shipped to the UK, but yeah, I never saw Cosmos in person except for a toy fair, which was expensive, and I'm kind of glad I waited because, well, we've got the mainline release. So I'm definitely picking that up. Anyways, moving on, we have the G2 Breakdown. So this is going to be a repaint of the Legacy Breakdown, which, by the way, these are all going to be mostly repaints and remolds, so don't be surprised with any brand new molds for the last Legacy wave. But yeah, this is just a G2 deco. You know, it's got that teal cyan with the purple at the bottom. It's got that nice, bold Decepticon G2 logo at the front there. I think this looks pretty cool. And then when you get to the robot mode, the head sculpt that they went with is actually the toy head sculpt that they used for the Combiner box set, because they swapped out the head. So, you know, just to change things up, if you want to give Menasor a little bit more color, go ahead and go for this. I'm curious to see what they'll do with the Wild Rider, because it seems like at this point we need Wild Rider. I mean, we've got Dead End, we've got Shadow Strip. I don't know how they're going to release a Motor Master, because that is a Commander class toy, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, at least we're getting a G2 Breakdown. Anyways, moving on, we also have the Armada Wheeljack. I almost said Sideswipe because I'm so used to that mold, but yes, this is Wheeljack. And, you know, it's the same mold as the one we got in the 2-pack with the Shire Glass line, but it does not come with the Minicon. Someone recently complained that Hasbro's too cheap for the Minicons, and with the price point and scale, it's just not in the budget. They've also explained this during the live stream, but I really like how this turned out. It almost looks like they tried to give it a sunroof with a different tint of blue at the top there. If I'm not mistaken, maybe it's just reflecting off something, but that does seem painted. I like the blades on the side. You know, that's something reminiscent of the original toy. And I like the blue stripes, the scratch over the Autobot symbol, and then they also put the Decepticon logo ahead of that. That's something that's referencing the original cartoon series. And then taking a look at the robot mode, yeah, that looks like Wheeljack. You know, I know it's not everyone's Wheeljack, especially even in Transformers Armada, people were saying, oh, that's hardly Wheeljack, but that's the name they chose. And, you know, I like the gold weapons. I like the fact that it's got the rocket launcher at the top there. I guess that's similar to Wheeljack. But the head sculpt looks pretty good. So I'm definitely interested in this. I mean, I love the Armada stuff, so why not? Anyways, moving on, we also have Voyager Class Tarn, which I also do have, so I don't need to worry about it. But if you had a hard time trying to track that down and you're not interested in that Cyberverse Tarn that's in the 4-pack, there you go, you got another chance at Tarn. Another re-release that I really wanted to talk about was Ramjet. So I got the Dirge, I just needed the Ramjet. I originally pre-ordered the Earthrise 2-pack that these two came in, but I never got it. And a lot of people didn't get it. It just was short-sighted or something. But it's a very rare pack. very expensive in the aftermarket. So what they decided to do was re-release Dirge and Ramjet separately as just mainline figures. So I'm happy about that. We are getting Ramjet, and the colors look awesome. I love the white and red with the black. I'm just curious if they'll eventually repack a Thrust figure down the road. I know that was a Target exclusive, that was a single thing, but if they could do the Origins Bumblebee, I'm sure they could do the Thrust. So here's hoping that we will see the trio again, but yeah, Ramjet. They also acknowledged that it was a bad idea to make them exclusive, so yeah, I feel like Thrust is in the cards down the road. Anyways, moving on, we also have Galaxy Shuttle. This is another figure that I actually own. It was in Walmart quite often, at least out here in Canada, so I don't know how well it was everywhere else. I mean, I did not find that Legacy Scourge, but I found this. It's kind of weird, but yeah, if you missed out and you really want the Astro Train with the Jazz head, there you go. Anyways, moving on, we also have this, which is Overcharge. So this is in reference to an eHobby exclusive that was a repaint of the Blitzwing figure. So now that we have the Legacy Blitzwing, of course, we're going to have Overcharge. This is a very obscure reference, but I don't mind. And I love the color scheme of this in particular because it's a more realistic color scheme. You've got green for the tank. You've got gray for the jet. I mean, yeah, when you picture a tank, you picture green. When you picture a jet, you think tan, or silver. Sorry, not tan. So, yeah, I do like that. I like the rockets in transparent red. I know that some people are not going to be into that, but what I like about it is it distances itself from the rest of the toy. And it's just like how it kind of looks like a powerized Energon weapon, like something you'd see from the Rescue Bots line. I don't know why I'm having trouble speaking today, but yeah, I don't mind that. I mean, I'm not loving the gauntlet things, but you know, I kind of like what they're doing with it. Anyways, taking a look at the jet mode. It's in silver, not tan. My mistake. You got the blue nose cone, you got the yellow stripes on the side there, and one thing that I do like is because the tank mode is a much darker color, you actually really get to picture the jet silhouette more than the undercarriage. I mean, it's still there, it's still obnoxious, but if you thought that they were going to change it up, well, that's kind of ridiculous. I didn't expect them to change it up, especially for something that was just a repaint of Blitzwing in the original toy line. And then taking a look at the robot mode, now they did change something. They changed the head sculpt to look more toy accurate, but that's mainly because this guy didn't appear in the cartoon, so that, I mean, that would be fine, but I guess it would make more sense if they went for the toy accurate head. I like the blade in blue. They mentioned that it's a nice sparkly blue overspray, and yeah, I think it looks pretty good. You could also have this as an army builder. I kind of like the duller color scheme of this figure, so I might pick this up. Anyways, moving on, they also brought out the Studio Series line, but mainly just focused on the Transformers 1 stuff, so Devastator is going to come out next month, and as well as a bunch of other things, but what we did get to see was the Voyager Class Sentinel Prime. So you've got the jet mode, which is very similar to the jet mode that we got with the original Deluxe size toy or Prime Changer from the main line for Transformers 1, but I think it's fine. It's a little more clunky than that original toy. I think the original toy cleaned it up a little bit better, but you know, it's still totally fine. And I do like the fact that you plug the weapons on top. It does have an initial robot mode, which is just his standard robot, and I think it looks nice. I mean, I love that pose where he looks proud. I think that's perfect for him. I love the paint job on the chest, the sculpting on that. The head sculpt looks fantastic. I think that the wing setup is a little better compared to the original Prime Changer toy, because that didn't really look accurate to the flowing design. It's not exactly accurate here either, but at least it flows down. And then he's got this supercharged weaponized form. So the chest opens up, and I guess there's a couple of missiles inside there. He gets to use his blades. His arm can move up as a cannon, which is something that was seen in the original clip, so that's cool. He also has a battle mask that covers the face. The wings can move up, but I'm not sure if that's just for the mode or they can pose like that. He's also got missiles on the side of the legs. His feet can fold down, and he's got thrusters at the heels. And he's also got these gunners that fold out from the shoulders, so the shoulders open up, and then you can fold those forward. I thought that was a pretty cool look. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in this. This is a Voyager class toy. I don't know if it's going to be a Voyager because it's going to be taller, or if it's a Voyager because there's more engineering going on with it, but yeah, I like the look. And then we also have this. This is the next line after Legacy. So when Legacy is done, we already looked at the wave. This is going to be the next thing for Generations. It's going to be Transformers Goth He Primes. It's actually called Age of the Primes, but their heads are in the way. Yeah, this is going to be the next series. I'm kind of hoping that the logo looks a little better. I kind of like the stylized design of Legacy, but maybe they're changing it up because it's going to be, you know, so apparent that this is going to be a new line as soon as you look at the shelves. Also, they mentioned that they're going to continue with the clear packaging, so the plastic windows are coming back with the boxes. I know a lot of people are going to be relieved, especially in-box collectors. So that's going to continue, and yeah, I think for what they showed, it's pretty good stuff. I'm curious to see more of what comes out next year, because I'm very curious about that. More than this entire wave, because this entire wave is re-releases and stuff that we already know that's going to be repaints of other stuff. So this is the thing that I'm mostly curious on. I want to see the aerial bots, I want to see Venom, I want to see Swindle, as well as some of the other characters. So with that out of the way, what do you guys think? Please comment below, let me know. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads, and I will see you guys next time.